Alright everybody, welcome into No Such Time Domain, and I am No Such of course, and in this video, I just wanted to talk about something called an intrusive thought. So, I don't know how many people out there actually know what an intrusive thought is. So, I pulled the definition up because I can explain it, but it won't be understood unless it's in this kind of writing. So let's look at it, and then I'm going to come back and talk about why I'm bringing this up. All right. So, an intrusive thoughts are ideas and images that come to the mind uninvited and typically unwanted. They can range from thoughts that make you feel a little bit uneasy or being wholly disturbed. So, pretty much it's a thought. Like, let's just say you're dating somebody, okay? And you think they're out there cheating. That would be considered as an intrusive thought. All right. So before I started reading the Bible and listening to the Bible, I had a lot of what was called intrusive thoughts. It took me a little while to start listening to the Bible, and just after after I started listening to it, I started feeling better. I started to have less and less intrusive thoughts, and I heard throughout many people that the Bible, listening to the Bible, or even like reading the Bible in general, helps with your intrusive thoughts. So that for me helped me a lot. But in my daily life, I do see intrusive thoughts take effect of a lot of people. In fact, it affects a lot of people even on the internet. It's it's extremely weird how, how people can let something that they think overpower their whole entire life or just, their daily life. It kind of stinks because I know I was there and, I kind of broke out of these intrusive thoughts and, you know, I don't think very poorly of myself now because even if a lot of people are saying negative things about me, I'm still there realizing that that's just an intrusive thought that I have like coming up in my mind. And for me, one of the biggest key factors, like I said, was this reading the Bible and actually listening to this. This helped me a lot. This helped me break a lot of like the negativity, lot of the negative thinking I was doing. And as of recently, I've seen myself go through some changes and like I'm pretty impressed with myself actually. And it just took for me to listen to the Bible and read the Bible. So you know, out there, if you are having some sort of intrusive thought, you might want to consider sitting down and, reading the Bible. A lot of intrusive thoughts happen when you're not like busy. Example, that's why I play so many video games. Even before I started reading the Bible, I still had intrusive thoughts. So when it ultimately broke and cleared out of my head, and I just started thinking clear, and I'm like, well, these people might be joking with me half the time. There are legit some people out there that do have intrusive thoughts, and they allow themselves to be bothered by like their own inner thoughts, which then again we could call that like an inner demon. But this is just something to take into consideration. I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm not here to tell people go follow a religion. I'm not here to tell people you have to seek God or anything like that. It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion that I would like people to follow and just try to take into consideration that everything that's going on up in your head is more or less some really negative thought. If you're going into the negative all the time, or you're allowing yourself to like think that think negative thoughts are possible, and you think everybody hates you, or you think that you think you're the worst person on the face of the planet. Those are intrusive thoughts. My whole family deals with that kind of stuff, and when it comes down to it, I don't even know how we could make this into a thing where people have to become aware of it because it can affect a lot of things. It can affect your social life, it can affect your relationships, it can affect your work, it can affect everything. And that's where you need to realize that, hey, these are just thoughts inside of my head, these aren't even real. But, the having people randomly come at you for a certain time, it taught me a lot. It taught me that some of these people are doing it solely because they have something creeping up in their mind that makes them think a certain way. So, example, I could go into any building right now and just walk up to somebody And because, let's just take an example of you being out and you walk into the store. Now, I've had this happen to me where there's literally this pretty girl standing behind a counter, but I went to the guy first to talk to him about something, and then I went to her. She got kind of mad because she wanted me to walk up to her first and talk to her. You can obviously tell that that's what it was because I did it one time where I walked up to her and talked to her instantly and she was perfectly fine. But there were other times I walked up to the other people in the store and she didn't like that. So this is just these are some examples of intrusive thoughts. Don't let them get the better of you. Don't let a line of thinking inside your head or anything get the better of you because it might be the end of like something, or you might be about to ruin something that from the get-go you didn't want to ruin. So, intrusive thinking again is just a thought you have play out in your head that is, creeping up, and it's disturbing you, it's disturbing your peace, or it's something else that the only way to actually take hold of it, and this is just for me, is reading the Bible helped me a lot with it. And a lot of people don't want to believe that the Bible works wonders, but believe me, I've seen it a lot in my life where I'll be bothered by something and then I'll go and read that and just everything just disappears. Damn. But yeah, that's about it. I wanted to bring this up because I feel like a lot of people are going through this and a lot of people could, benefit from learning that it is a thing. Intrusive thoughts are pretty much intrusive thoughts, or a term for I want to say intruding thoughts, which means to intrude means you're going in to invade somebody's space. Intruder means you're walking in unwanted, uninvited, things like that. So that's all it really is, and you got to be more aware of when you're having those. Don't let those get out of control and go out of your way and just like harm a person on it or something like that. Because I know there are some days that I get really irritated and people bother me, but I'm like really starting to understand that those people, they have intrusive thoughts inside of their head, or they just like trolling people. So I take it with a grain of salt right now and try not to get offended by it anymore. Um, and as I've read the Bible, like I said, it helped me change a lot of things. So I think that's about it for this. If you want to talk about this more, go get professional help or find a friend, or even like so. It might not even be talking. It might just be about reading the Bible and getting those thoughts out of your head. It does help. But anyway, that's it for me. If you like what you saw here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you next time. Take it easy.